unlikelihoods. The Texas Rangers found an incredible way to win last night, and they are poised to sweep. Yes, the man said sweep the New York Yankees, something they haven't done in this ballpark in 14 years. It's a hot afternoon here in Arlington. Ranger fans are fired up about the possibility of a sweep. Along with Tom Grieve, I'm Josh Lewin. And for Cliff Lee today, obviously this is a big one. This is a chance to prove that the back is okay, that he's okay, that he's really still Cliff Lee.
Yeah, Cliff Lee had several starts where he didn't look like Cliff Lee. We didn't know his back was bothering him. It was almost a relief to find out that there was something wrong, and especially that it was just minor. He missed a start. It's been 10 days since he last pitched. Says he feels great. Should be a nice little rest as you come down to the close of the season, and everybody expects him to feel fine and pitch fine today, and hopefully that'll be the case.
This is a guy that all year until so recently has been good for 8 or 9 innings, and with the way the bullpens are here, 8 or 9 would be real nice to get. The Texas Rangers and the New York Yankees on standby. Again, it's been a lot of fun these first 2 games. Nelson Cruz has been among the heroes. He's in the lineup for Ron Washington today. The first pitch is coming up next. The team will be taking the field momentarily as Cliff Lee will try to beat the Yankees today. The Rangers will try to sweep the New York Yankees, who happen to have the best record in Major League Baseball. Emily Jones is standing by for more on the return of Cliff Lee.
Well, Josh, you and Tom talked about it, missing just one start with that lower back pain. He does say the pain is minute. It is a non-issue. He is anxious to get back out on the mound. And in today's Geico quote, he keeps things as usual, very simple.
Do my job effectively. Get deep in the game, throw strikes, make him swing the bat. That's it. Try not to throw the ball down the middle. Keep the ball down and out of the heart of the plate and make pitches.
And you have to think that Cliff Lee will probably be up to par, especially taking on this Yankees team he's had so much success against. He tends to relish in these type of situations, a sweep on the line, and of course the Rangers inching ever closer to their first playoff berth in more than a decade, Josh.
Yeah, the Yankees only lost 2 World Series games last year, and Cliff Lee is the guy that beat him both times. Cliff's ready to go to work here, and that guy doesn't want to leave his Cliff Lee. Kind of a little bit what Michael Young and Ian Kinsler were feeling the first time that it was announced that Cliff Lee was coming. We love this guy. Well, and hopefully this will, as we said, be the guy that the Rangers went and traded for. He is certainly capable of greatness, but lately just not happening, whether it's the back or something else. 23 runs allowed in his last 23 innings, and obviously that's not going to work. So he's out there to try to prove that everything is both hunky and dory on a warm afternoon. Derek Jeter starts it up for the Yankees. Granderson and Teixeira. No A-Rod today. He's got the day off getting ready for Tampa Bay. He's had a huge series. He will not be missed. So it's Thames DHing, Cano and Posada, Kearns, Nunez instead of A-Rod at third. One-time Ranger. They have won it back for the Rangers. Greg Golson in right field batting ninth. Nick Swisher was a late scratch. He's got a swollen knee. An inflamed lower back for Cliff Lee, Tag, is I guess what we've been lately concerned about.
Yeah, overall the numbers are fine, but you can see how the back affected his last 5 starts. They did not go well. When opponents hit .333 against him over 5 starts, you know he's not throwing the ball where he wants to throw it, where he needs to throw it. Now that the back is healthy, he should be able to bend easier, finish off his pitches. I think the fact that his back was bothering him caused pitches to be up in the strike zone that would normally be down and tough to hit. And hopefully that will be the case today.
A 90-degree afternoon. It's humid. Won't be a sellout today, but it will be a big crowd again. Rangers did have a capacity crowd last night, and boy, what a night. A 4-hour, 16-minute epic, second longest 9-inning game in franchise history. That didn't even figure in the 1-hour rain delay. One hit away from 2,900 in his regular season career. If you tack on what Derek Jeter has done in the playoffs, it is more than 3,000. Jeter, who's always had success against Lee. Batting average of .412 against him. They give him some room in left center. And he finds himself at 1-1 against Cliff. It was Tom said, is making his first start in actually 12 days, as it turns out. Now, last one in Kansas City, only 4 2/3 innings. He allowed 10 hits.
Yeah, and I think that rest, even without the back, is probably a good thing for a guy who's thrown as many innings as he had, even though he missed some time early. When you're going out there for 8 or 9 innings almost every time, it's going to pile up the innings. The extra rest will help. The Rangers have a couple of off days coming up next week, and everybody will be pushed back, and that'll help everybody get some extra rest too.
Boy, if ever there was an off day to circle on your calendar, it is tomorrow. The Rangers, in 2 games here, have thrown 455 pitches, and a great majority of those from the bullpen. Breaking ball fouled, and obviously yesterday there's still a lot of talk about how it all ended. But the first bases loaded hit by pitch in the career of Mariano Rivera. And the first time in Ranger history there was a walk-off HBP in the Rangers' favor. It had never happened.
Oh, when you see a guy like Rivera, number one, the other team doesn't load the bases up very often against him anyway. And number two, he's got pinpoint control, and it's very unlikely that he would do something like that. Although last night, he didn't look as sharp as he normally is, and he pitched 2 innings the night before. That may or may not have something to do with it. But starting that last inning, he walked Guerrero, tried to throw into him 3 straight times, missed way off the plate, ended up walking him, and that's just not like him in that kind of a game.
Lee trying for the outside corner. This is a long at bat to begin the afternoon.
A little bit outside, it looks like. Tried to bring the cutter back. The one that looked like a strike and turned out it was a strike was the first pitch to Jeter. It was called a ball. Actually close enough to have been a strike.
That is Alfonso Marquez calling balls and strikes back there, and that's the guy that exactly a week ago made that very controversial call on that guy. Michael Young was called out for making some incidental contact with the third base coach Dave Anderson. A bizarre way to lose that game in Minnesota 1 week ago today.
Well, I guess when you look at the Rivera hit by pitch to end the game and the way the Rangers lost that game, that's two very unusual endings to games in the last week.
Well, and here's a very unusual beginning. A walk from Cliff Lee. It's the first time all year that he is allowed a walk to lead off a ball game. Only his 13th walk all season. There's the Ranger defense for you. Matt Trainer gets to catch on a hot afternoon today. Still pretty amazing. Cliff Lee has walked only 13 batters all year against 161 strikeouts. You know, one thing we learned from the walk-off HBP yesterday, I guess, Tag, that there is no sign for that. There's no claw, there's no antlers, there's just a freak out. Cliff Lee gets the comebacker. There's one. There's two. Tough guy to double up, and they got him.
Well, already you've seen an improvement in Cliff Lee throwing the ball to second base. One of his recent starts, he had twice in Kansas City throws to second base on balls like that and didn't make them. In fact, one went into center field, and that was the part of that whole game that upset him the most. This time, you've got a fast runner. You've got the ball to Cliff. He steps and follows through, makes a good throw to second. They turn the double play, and amazing how the game turns around when you make that play as opposed to when you throw it into center field.
Saw the footwork from Andrews. Here's Teixeira taking a strike. Granderson had only grounded into one double play, Tom, in 435 trips to the plate. Basically, if there's something bizarre to happen, it's going to happen this year, and specifically it looks like this weekend. What were the odds? You mentioned already Guerrero drawing a walk from Rivera. Rivera hitting
lead off a one-run lead for Rivera. Yeah.
Team had never in 7,000 games had a walk-off hit by pitch, and there it is in front of a sellout crowd.
And how about being here back-to-back nights for over 5 hours? We haven't seen that very often. Although I guess if it's going to happen, it would probably be a team like the Yankees.
Yep. Well, first two games of this series, 9 hours and 26 minutes of baseball. Doesn't include the 1 hour rain delay. 53 men left on base we have seen in two games. 32 of those by the Yankees. Thank you very much, Yankees. I think most incredibly, Tom, 55 different players used by these two managers in 2 days.
Oh, it's a good thing it's September. I don't know what the pitching staffs would have done if it wasn't September.
Mark Teixeira down on strikes. And the hope obviously is that, yeah, Cliff Lee is back. F-150. Check out the 2010 F-150 and drive one, for it is the best in Texas. By Jack in the Box, try Jack's new pastrami grilled sandwich. And by Bud Light Lime, the drinkability of Bud Light with the refreshing taste of lime. Dustin Mosley makes a start today. He's been used mostly in relief. But he gets a spot start today with Phillip Hughes skipping his turn.
Well, we've seen Mosley quite a bit with the Angels. Originally, he was drafted by Cincinnati. Sandwich pick right after the first round back in 2000.
Sandwich.
I just had a sandwich.
I know you did. It smelled good, too. A little bit more on Dustin Mosley.
Yeah, he's pitching decently for the Yankees, winning record. Against the Rangers, though, he struggled. A .347 opponent's batting average. He is a guy that will get some ground balls.
Like that one.
There's a ground ball.
Jeter's got a hustle, though. He will get it away and take care of Elvis. After Elvis, Michael Young and David Murphy will show you the top to bottom of it right now. Vlad Guerrero hitting cleanup. Let's push that batting average back to .304. Nelly Cruz has the only 2 home runs in this exciting series of baseball. Kinsler and Moreland, Trainer and Bourbon. Bourbon continues to come on. Michael Young just 1 of 11 on the homestand. Unusual to be talking about 11 at bats for a guy in what has been a 2-game homestand.
Yeah.
As we said, there have been a ton of pitches, ton of opportunities for all these guys in a couple of games. Back-to-back walk-off wins against the New York Yankees. The Yankees haven't suffered that kind of indignity in 9 years. Lost back-to-back walk-offs in Oakland in 2001 when Ron Washington was a base coach for the Oakland A's.
In both games, at different times in the game, the Rangers had to come back. They were behind in the first game 4-1. That was early in the game. That's not remarkable, but yesterday they came back from a run down in the last inning against Mariano Rivera. That is unusual. A lot of good at bats against Rivera last night. Kinsler right on a ball, pulled it down the line for a double. Nelly Cruz had another big hit. That's new.
Well, and the Yankees had been 76-0 when leading after 8. Again, the unlikely nature of a lot of things happening this weekend. The Kinsler had a great at bat. Also turned a couple of big double plays yesterday. Young pounds it to right. Golson going back into the corner and finds it. Out number 2.
The Rangers have hit a number of balls in this 3-game series in that similar area. Francoeur hit one last night with the bases loaded. Just got underneath it a little better. It might have had a grand slam. He's hit a bunch of balls out there. Just not quite far enough to get over the offense. That's fairly well hit, but not quite hit enough.
David Murphy has stepped into this 3 spot in the order, and he has done a spot-on impression of Josh Hamilton. Ever since Hamilton's been out, Murphy's hit in every game, a 10-game hit streak. Josh is not expected back until the road trip. He's pushing and hoping that maybe he might be able to get an at-bat in that very brief Tiger series coming up, but realistically, could be after that. Ground ball to first to Shera. Mosley barely got there, and the inning is over. Scoreless between the Rangers and the Yankees today, into 1.
And you guys have a big luncheon with Rangers coach Clint Hurdle on Wednesday, right?
We're very excited that Mr. Hurdle's agreed to be our honorary chair for our luncheon this year. We're bringing awareness to people with mental illness problems, developmental disabilities, and children with emotional problems. And Mr. Hurdle's a great champion of those causes.
There we go. Michael Young just got that out in that inning. We'll appreciate your time and keep up the great work. The information you see on the screen for those who want to help out. Thank you, Doctor. Nice meeting you. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you to the two gyms very much. Marcus Thames has grounded out. Robinson Cano to the plate. Oh, and when we last left Cliff Lee, he was just getting clobbered all over the ballpark in Kansas City. But there's not been a ball out of the infield yet this afternoon. Robinson Cano will test that. When Lee faced the Yankees a month ago, through 6 innings, he was fantastic. No walks, 11 strikeouts. Really on top of his game. When again, he gets a ground ball from a power hitter.
Good pitch. Threw him a fastball sinking in and jammed him, and all Cano could do was weakly tap it to second base.
On a hot night that last time that he faced the Yankees, he just kind of ran out of gas in the 7th inning. That really undid what was a really nice body of work through 6. The more efficient he can be between now and then, he's got a better chance to not get run down by the heat along around the 7th or whatever. The switch hitting catcher Jorge Posada. And he's down 0-1. 92 popped in there from Cliff.
Yeah, the big thing you want to see today is Cliff free and easy and healthy. And if that's the case, everything will take care of itself.
This is a really nice beginning. 2 quick strikes to Posada.
He had to throw a lot of pitches to Jeter, and he ended up walking him somewhere around 8 pitches. Since then, he's thrown 12 or 13 pitches, and he's almost out of the 2nd inning.
Wow, that was close.
That was pretty close. Maybe a little inside. Didn't look high.
More weak contact. Whoa, a bobble. No issues. Lee is there. A little tap dance there, but yeah, he found the bag. A 7-pitch Cliff Lee-like inning. No score. Family out with the Coca-Cola Total Family Ticket Plan. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 Cokes, a parking pass, sports park tokens, all for as little as $60. TexasRangers.com has the information you need, or you can call 972-RANGERS. Hot one here in Arlington today. Hear a lot of the Yankees players and media types, broadcasters, leading with that topic. Boy, it's hot here. Well, yeah, it's Texas in September.
There's been some times where we've been to New York when it's been 92, 93 and humid, and we've said the same thing. We have it more often than they do, but you can get some hot streaks up there where it's not much fun either.
But it's kind of, this is what Ron Washington and Michael Young have been saying for years, is it's worse for the other team. It always is going to be. We live here. We're used to it.
That's the only way that you can approach it from a Ranger side. It's not going to get cool here. It's always going to be hot. There's not a dome. And so you have to look at it and use it as a home field advantage and not complain about it. I think they're exactly right when they talk like that.
Guerrero turns on one. Oh, racing and then dropping in his turns. He had it. Couldn't hold it. And Guerrero's at second base.
That ball might have been hit a little bit harder than Kearns thought it was hit. When you see the pitch and the swing, it definitely doesn't look like the ball is going to shoot out to the warning track in left field. The ball is way inside. Somehow Vladdy keeps his hands in and hits it. That ball is probably 8 to 10 inches inside and tailing in. He hit it on the good part of the bat somehow, only because of his amazing talent. And Kearns kind of ran at too shallow of an angle, and the ball ended up going over his head.
Vladdy's got an 8-game hitting streak now. He has 15 for his last 28 at bats. Now Nelson Cruz, who, as we mentioned, has the only 2 homers of the series. You're not really going to go speed on that one, are you? Just claw.
He kind of looked like, what should I do? And he went claw. Yeah.
Uh-oh, Vladdy taking off. Yeah, he'll make it to third base. Kind of the customary uh-oh anytime Vlad starts thundering from second to third, but that ball was hit slowly enough that he was going to be able to get there.
Yeah, that's the rule of thumb. You're at second base. Don't go to third unless the ball's hit to your left or hit very slowly, and you know you can get there before the shortstop could throw it to third anyway. A chance for the Rangers to get on the board right here.
Real nice opportunity. Runner at third for Kinsler.
Yankees are playing halfway. They feel like they can field the ball where they are and still have a shot at the plate, and maybe cut off a ball that they couldn't get if they were all the way in.
Mosley brings it, and Kinsler sweeps it to third. And Vladdy indeed has to hold up. Boy, that ball got down the line and into left field that he hit in the 9th inning off Rivera yesterday. We'll see if Mitch Moreland can save the inning.
Mitch had a huge hit last night off Boone Logan to drive in a run.
That's not easy to do.
Behind in the count. Took a nice short 2-strike swing and lined it over shortstop. Big hit for him.
He's been getting the hits against tough lefties, the matchup lefties. For a guy who really hasn't been a major leaguer for that long. Some real mature veteran kind of at bats for him.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night. He's been up less than 100 times, and he's walked 17 times, which has given him a good solid on base percentage.
To left field. Kearns this time is able to grab it. As again he ran too shallow in. But he made the adjustment and the inning is over. 15 minutes can save you 15% on car insurance. And by AT&T, find out what's possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network, AT&T. Rethink possible. Austin Kearns went 1 for 2 in the bottom of the second inning, trying to catch fly balls in left. Cliff Lee steers in a strike, and the early returns on Cliff are very good. Even though, as you said, Tommy, walked Jeter to open the game. Jeter really made him work. Right back with a double play from Granderson, who never hits into double plays.
And the good thing was it was a ground ball back to Cliff, and he followed through and threw a strike to second base. That's what he didn't do in Kansas City.
There's a fly ball heading into the seats. Going to have another 40,000-ish crowd today. The Rangers have already passed last year's total attendance figure. There are still 9 or 10 home games left. They got a shot at drawing close to 2.5 million this year. It'll be about 400,000 more than last year. Oh, and there might be some playoff attendance to talk about, too. Tickets go on sale for a potential first round of the playoffs on Saturday. We haven't seen a division series here since 1999. That one, of course, didn't go real well. Ended up being only one home game. Rangers lost twice on the road to these Yankees, got outscored 11-1 in New York. Then they came here, and with all the pomp and circumstance, Darryl Strawberry had the 3-run first inning home run, hitting that off Esteban Loaiza. And the Rangers never did get a runner past second base in that game. They lost 3-0, and that was it. Cliff Lee strikes out Austin Kearns. Ground balls and strikeouts so far. Gotta like that.
Yep, keeping the ball down. That's the cutter, backdoor cutter. Got some people to say hello to today. Travis Price and N.G. Durant from Granbury watch every game. Baseball experts.
Nice.
Travis Price, you can guess by the name, related to our equipment manager, Richard Price.
Wait, all Prices are related to each other?
No, but I know this one is.
Oh.
I know Travis watches every game, so does NG. Hope you're watching today, guys. Also want to thank my neighbor, Gary Campanazzi, who sent up another load of his Italian sandwiches, the famous hoagies that he sends up to us. Everyone appreciated those, Gary. Thank you.
You got hoggies and hoagies in these things.
Different things today. How about the pickled okra from Chris and Daylene Barnes from Bryan, Texas?
That's the first time I think we've gotten a jar of pickled okra.
Daylene warns, watch out for the jalapenos.
Kinsler will scoop one up. Nunez is out. And again, strikeouts and grounders. The coin of the realm for Mr. Lee.
Also got some very nice chocolate chip cookies from Chelsea. I hope I pronounced the name right. Ludoliki. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Thank you very much, Chelsea. And my friend Bill Harvey, longtime season ticket customer, former owner, one of the owners of the Rangers, is here with his daughter, Octavia. Glad you're doing better, Bill. Bill had some serious surgery. He's feeling better now. And his mother is 102 years old, and she's watching from Trinity Terrace in Fort Worth. So, Mrs. Harvey, thank you very much for watching. Your son's doing fine, and so are the Rangers.
Yeah, they sure are. Greg Golson taking outside. I got to thank you, too. Somebody sent me, and I wish I would have left a name. It's an anonymous but very nicely put together book of weird things that you and I have said this year.
That's too small. That's way too small of a book.
I'm like 99.9% of these, too. So the lineout ends the inning. Cliff Lee and company scoreless with the Yankees. You can get $10 tickets, $5 parking, courtesy of Verizon Wireless. See the Rangers and the Angels. There's a post-game fireworks show sponsored by Jack FM. Log on to TexasRangers.com. Enter Verizon as a coupon code to buy. Matt Trainer, Julio Bourbon, Elvis Andrus against the former Angel Dustin Mosley. Here in the bottom of the third, the Rangers trying to sweep the Yankees. They haven't done that here in 14 years. The Trainer pops it into shallow right. Cano with a basket catch.
One more person to thank, Josh.
Okay.
Actually, two. Susie Jenks and Dana Wade sent up a big bag of watermelon from their garden. Thank you very much. Perfect day for that.
You had the misfortune earlier today of making some poor fantasy football decisions, and I thought, what possibly could cheer up my partner Tom Grieve? And it turns out a huge plate of watermelons.
You know what? That's a good observation, because that's exactly what happened.
There you were.
Perfect day for ice cold watermelon.
Boy, it really is, and it would have been a good day to play Wes Welker too. I'm
Not
just
a real
saying.
good day for Matt Schaub, but that's another story.
Here's Julio Bourbon. Not that you're bitter.
No, I'm not bitter. I didn't know they were going to a running attack this year. Not an insider. Past performance is no indication of future performance.
Yep, I heard that. Bourbon, who this might kind of set you back a little bit here, Tom. Do you realize that Julio Bourbon is leading the Rangers in runs batted in September?
I didn't know that. I know he had 4 the other night, but I didn't know he was leading.
This is a guy that wasn't really playing at all as of about a week and a half ago. He's batting 9th. And yeah, he's driven in 8 runs in September. That's the most on the team. There's just a stack of wacky stuff that's going on with this team, and it all points to positives right now. If you were going to say that the other night you'd have to go through 11 pitchers, you'd have no Josh Hamilton, you're playing the Yankees. Oh, but you're going to win. Nelson Cruz is going to hit the first pitch of the bottom of the 13th inning out. Nelly's now got 5 extra inning home runs. That ties a major league record. 5 in 1 year. Big fan. That is.
How did he hit that?
Yeah,
ball?
I know. And normally the pitcher gets the heck out of the way, but that time it just made sense for Mosley to go and catch it.
It wasn't high enough. That's one of the weirdest results for that pitch and that swing. I have no idea how he could have hit that small pop-up to the pitcher on this pitch. He got underneath it and kind of like a pitch shot.
Yeah, the arc of the swing.
It's amazing.
Cliff Lee had one like that in the World Series last year against the Phillies. One right back to him. There's a little talking to from the skipper.
Actually, what happened in that at bat, nothing wrong with taking 3-1, trying to get on base. He took a strike at 3-1, then swung at a pitch that was a ball at 3-2. But I think that was a good idea. Trying to make the pitcher throw you another strike. Just a little over anxious when it got to 3-2. And it's a learning experience. It's a learning experience for the young players. It's a real learning experience for the young pitchers who are getting chances to pitch in a pennant race in close games late in the ball game. There have been some times last night where the young pitchers walked a couple of guys, but you're pitching in front of 45,000 people against the Yankees in a pennant race. That's a lot of pressure when you're just up from the minor leagues or don't have a lot of big league experience. And it'll be invaluable in the future.
Elvis strikes out. Not happy about having done so. There is a 0-0 score at the end of 3. Prosper Youth Sports Association. For more info on Chevy's commitment to Youth League Baseball, go to ChevyTexasBaseball.com. That's the kid that fired up Cliff Lee today. He'll need a World Series share if this goes well. Cliff Lee, once through the order. Boy, no complaints. Derek Jeter, who is the only base runner so far, and he was only on there for about 30 seconds. Got a race on a double play right away. So far, Tag, this is exactly the kind of game both these teams really needed. Only 70 pitches total to get through 3 innings. We mentioned earlier, 822 pitches through the first 2 games of this series. Two and one now to Jeter. Again, yesterday's final 7-6, the walk-off hit by pitch. First one the Rangers ever had on the plus side of the ledger. Then one against. You and I did that game. That was in Oakland in 2002. Dave Burba hit Olmedo Signs with the bases loaded to end the game.
A couple of names from the past.
Yeah. I remember both you and I throwing our pens at the exact same time that happened. That was pretty frustrating for everybody.
That is frustrating.
Didn't throw them like at each other, but just kind of spiked them in disgust. Although, you want to have a pen fight later?
No, thanks.
You're wearing the white shirt, so I'd probably win. Jeter able to achieve that walk in the first. Only the 13th walk all season allowed by Cliff. He has never walked the same guy twice this year. Better than a 13-to-1 ratio of strikeouts to walks. That would be an all-time major league record if he can keep that going. Again, Jeter makes him work. That's pretty much lapping the field right there, isn't it?
Yeah, the other guys, those numbers are good for the other guys.
Jammed him. And a ground ball to short, Elvis Andrews, who someday wanted to grow up and be Derek Jeter, just throws out Derek Jeter. No idea what Jim Knox wants to be when he grows up, but we're going to him.
All right, Josh. We got Toby Peterson, maybe a hockey player, huh? He's with the Dallas Stars, along with a few other Dallas Stars attending today's game. What is this, a little relaxation, watching baseball before the big event happens later this week?
Yeah, a little calm before the storm. We start training camp on Friday, so it's an exciting time for us, but we're just taking in some good baseball here before we get started.
Yeah, you've been keeping up with the Rangers. You got to be pleased the way things are going here, huh?
Yeah, I spent the summer here in Texas and got out for a few games and watched Rangers, keeping a close eye on them, and they got quite the squad this year.
And what can Star fans expect this season, Toby?
Well, it's obviously a little bit of a different, new look team, I guess you'd say, but we got an exciting team, a younger team, I think, than normal. So it's going to be an exciting season for us.
All right, best of luck and enjoy the rest of the game. Thank you very much, Josh.
Appreciate it. Welcome, Toby, formerly of the Pittsburgh Penguins. There's been a Pittsburgh import that has seen things work out pretty well around here. The new owner is loving life right now. 1-2 to Granderson. Got his man. Third strikeout for Cliff Lee.
You see a little bit of everything and a little bit of different locations too. You see the ball down, you see it away, and then up and in. All those different spots makes it tough for the hitter to look for a pitch in a certain area. Obviously makes him tougher to hit too.
Here's Teixeira. Goes after the first one. Another fine year for Tex. Only major leaguer right now, Tom, with 100 runs scored and 100 runs batted in.
Slow start like it has been frequently for Tex, but a good finish. And a great lineup to hit in too. You're hitting third in that lineup.
Yeah.
You got guys on in front of you, and you got guys behind you that are going to knock you in as well.
Yeah, that is one of the best spots to be in baseball, I would think. Number 3 for the New York Yankees.
Yeah, probably always has been and always will be.
Lee was able to finish off Teixeira. Got him on a called third strike in the first inning. Pounded to third. Michael Young. Got it. Good to have you back, Cliff. To have homered in postseason play. One of them did it a ton. Michael Young tees off on the first one he sees, bottom 4. Answer to that trivia question coming up in the 5th inning. Well, meantime, I guess the story so far, Tag, got to be Cliff Lee. Opened the game with a walk, and then just no issues ever since.
Yeah, Rangers had one chance. There's only been one hit in the game. That was Vladdy's double. And then with him at third and one out, the Rangers couldn't get him in. The only scoring opportunity really in the game. Leadoff walk to Jeter was erased a pitch or two later on a double play ball.
Kind of game where you might want to just make your own scoring opportunity by just blasting one out on a hot afternoon. Murphy a candidate to do that. And Mosley has allowed 10 home runs in 50 innings. Mosley, a Texarkana native. Friends and family here today to watch him. Outside with Vladdy on deck. Murphy trying to prolong a hitting streak, get it from 10 to 11. The Rangers trying to get their win streak from 4 to 5. This would be right after the 5-game losing streak that had a few people a little bit on edge. The lead was cut down from 10 to 7 in the AL West. There's Murphy with a big swing, but the ballpark will hold it.
Just got underneath it.
2 out, and Vladimir Guerrero coming up. Well, the Rangers tag are only 24 and 24 since the middle of July. 500 baseball right on the button. But they've only lost a half a game on their lead. They've been up between 7 and 10 games now for exactly 7 weeks. Hasn't gone under 7, hasn't gotten over 10. Just kind of right in that safe zone. Guerrero first pitch swinging, which he loves to do. He's 2 for 2.
Well, they keep giving him something to hit on the first pitch, and he keeps ripping it.
You'd think they would learn. You made a great point, Tom, talking about the at-bat yesterday. You know, Vladdy, before that 9th inning, had been up 5 times. He had seen 7 pitches. And Rivera, just trying to establish inside, I guess. Wasn't doing the whole cutter thing. Just fastballs trying to get a strike, or at least get Vladdy to swing and get himself out, and it never happened.
Well, you can get Vladdy to swing at a bad pitch if it's away. But when it's way inside like it was last night, they were so far inside he couldn't swing at him. Now, he had a double in this game on a pitch that was inside, but it tailed inside. So when he started his swing, it looked like it was hittable. Turned out it still was hittable, even though it was 8 or 10 inches inside. Balls from Rivera, he just couldn't swing at even if he wanted to, I don't think.
The only man to have homered in this series from either side. Nelly's up 2-0. Breaking ball on 2-0. Into left it goes, base hit. A couple of 2-out knocks for the Rangers. Kinsler coming up.
I'm going to make the call right here.
Whoa, a little 3-run jack action, huh?
I think Ian's going to be upset that he didn't get that run in from third base the last time up. Mosley's going to give him that pitch right there, right near the middle of the plate, and Ian's going to do the rest.
The Rangers have the only 3 hits right now. We'll see if number 4 can come right here. Kinsler 4 for 9 lifetime against Mosley. Well, the Rangers have been all about the 2-out hit. That's been one of the themes of 2010. Guerrero himself had a pair of 2-out RBIs yesterday. Took that one for a strike. Sun playing a little hide and seek with the clouds here. Every time there is some cloud cover, it's kind of refreshing on a 91-degree day. Tom, we were talking about the big 2-out hits the Rangers seem to be getting. It's really not even that close when you look at who the other teams are that have been doing it well. The Rangers have been doing it better than anybody by far. Hitters count. Mitch Moreland on deck.
The Yankees only have a half a game lead now. It's tied in the loss column with Tampa Bay. And right now it looks like the wild card in the East will go to Minnesota to start that 5-game series. So if you're Yankees in Tampa Bay, that's probably not high on your priority list.
That guy's with you, Tag.
He's got the call.
Putting in the call just like you are. Not exactly a home run pitch right there.
Well, Mosley had different thought right there. 3-1. Ian's looking fastball. Yeah, he threw him something off speed in a way. Now you just got to put the ball in play.
Nothing in to challenge Kinsler yet at all. Remember, he turned on one and doubled in the 9th yesterday. Runners go. Grounded to short. So it's going to be like that today, huh? Little pitcher's duel between Lee and Mosley at the end of 4. Playoffs in 11 years. And we wanted to know who are the 2 Rangers to have homered in postseason play against these New York Yankees. Well, Juan Gonzalez had a whole pile of them. Dean Palmer had 1. And that's it. The Rangers have only played 10 games ever in the postseason, all against the Yankees, 9 losses. That was then, this is now. Cliff Lee is out there. Cliff Lee's out there looking like Darth Vader right now. He's got that sinister I'm going to get you look right now. And Steve Busby joins us, and we'll have you kind of dissect Darth for us right here. I mean, just a whole look to Cliff Lee right now. It just looks like he's back.
Dark side of the force, huh? Is that what it is?
It's been
as
with
far
the Rangers.
as far as the Yankees are concerned, it has been. I think that Josh, that Cliff Lee is kind of working his way back into being Cliff Lee. It doesn't look like he has any limitations physically that he had before. Still, the first part of the ball game, I thought he was up in the zone a little bit more than he is accustomed to being, and he has made the adjustments to get it down, and now he's starting to work the corners and mix in a little different changes of speeds every once in a while.
Buzz, even though it wasn't a serious injury, what would it do to a pitcher to have that kind of pain in your back? What doesn't that allow you to do?
Well, Tom, I think the first thing is it messes with your balance. And whether you're a hitter or a pitcher, you know how important balance is, and your ability to direct all of your energy toward your target, whether it be hitting the ball or throwing a strike. And secondly, for Cliff, I think the big thing was not being able to finish off a pitch, bend over and release the ball on his downward arc with as much extension as he's accustomed to doing. And certainly that would throw your control off in and out, but also up and down. Plus being a royal pain in the hind end.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or a little above that, I guess, in his case.
Marcus Thames will send one out of play. The very first inning walk all year from Cliff. But even that, I guess, didn't really worry you all that much. I mean, I think it was more of a tip of the hat to Jeter. Fouled off some tough pitches.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing, Cliff, very next guy with Granderson hit a one-hopper back to him, and he made a good throw to second base. So that erased the problem that he had in Kansas City throwing the ball away.
Boy, Thames, who was up in the count 3-1, then fouled one, is now the fourth strikeout victim for Mr. Lee.
And Thames is a guy who's been hot. He's been hitting left-hand pitching very well. And Cliff handles him with a high fastball right there.
So, Buzz, coming off of these two epic ball games on a Friday night and a Saturday night, and everybody getting home at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., is it fair to say, I mean, it would be nice to have just kind of a calm 2.5 hour, 4 pitchers used kind of a game for everybody today? Looks like we might be headed that way. I mean, you don't want to jinx it, but...
Well, you know, the big thing, I think, two things. First of all, Josh, the big thing is to get Cliff Lee back to where you need him to be and where he wants to be. And that's with his full complement of tools to help this ball club win. And secondly, even though the players don't look at it as though this is a huge series of playing the Yankees and this is a playoff preview and all that, it's important. It's important they play good, solid baseball day in and day out against this Yankee team, which the Rangers had done the first 2 games of the series, and which they did the 2 games here back in August. So I think from that standpoint, every time the Rangers are able to take their good game out to the field and apply it to the Yankees, win or lose, they're taking something real positive away from it.
That's a great point, because you're right, win or lose, they've been right there with the Yankees in all these games. And let's face it, back in April when the team was under 500, they went to Yankee Stadium. They lost 5-1, 7-3, and 5-1. And it didn't seem like they were in any of those games. Not only are they in them since then, but I mean, they've found some really neat ways to win them.
Sure. And you get to a comfort level as far as your ability to play against good competition. And let's face it, the Yankees are the best competition over the last couple of decades in the American League. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yep, you got the best record in baseball this year, too.
So if you can take your good game out there and match up head-to-head and have some good baseball games against them, then I think that all plays right into your hand of what you're trying to do.
Only 60 pitches needed so far from Cliff Lee. Posada able to hold up, according to Dan Iasanya, down there near first. Pretty fair strike zone for Mr. Marquez so far, do you figure, Buzz? We haven't really noticed anything too out of whack yet.
No, it's looked like it. He hasn't had a whole lot to deal with, I don't think.
Boy, Cliff Lee is dealing with these New York Yankees. The only base runner is that leadoff walk. And it's been smooth sailing since then. Thank you, Buzz. See you on Rangers Live after this one is over.
Nice crisp inning for you, Buzz.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you.
Dog night of the year. It's a Dr. Pepper Autograph Wednesday. Ranger players and coaches signing autographs out in the concourse. 972 Rangers to get your tickets, or go to TexasRangers.com. Well, Cliff Lee, having not pitched in a dozen days, has just been mowing down the New York Yankees today. The Yankees do have A-Rod off the bench if they need that later.
You know, it's 5 innings for Cliff, and there has not been a ball hit hard by the Yankees. I don't think there's been a ball close to being hit hard. Been a couple of pop-ups and a lot of weak ground balls.
And getting that ground ball double play, the comebacker from Granderson right after the walk to Jeter in the first inning, was pretty big.
Well,
line shot by Moreland. He's out.
Every out except a strikeout, there's been 4 of them, and 1 ball, Golson's semi-line drive to third base. Every other out's been off a ground ball.
Mosley, though, has been matching them. The Rangers actually had a couple of 2-out hits off of Mosley, though. That was in the 4th, and they had that opportunity in the 2nd with the leadoff double from Vlad.
Yeah, they had a man on 3rd and 1 out. That's the one that you'd like to see them get in.
Mosley to Trainer and the surprise bunch. We had the third baseman Nunez playing way back. Let's see, Star-Spangled Salute to Brandon, or rather Gerald Laird right there. Used to do that from the Rangers catcher's position. Almost said Brandon Laird because Brandon, Gerald's brother, might just be the minor league player of the year for these New York Yankees. He's an up-and-coming third baseman. Not like he's going to unseat Alex Rodriguez anytime real soon, but had a fantastic year. And Gerald's little brother. A-Rod is not in danger of losing his gig anytime soon. That one in on Trainer, and he sails it out towards left. Kearns will make the backpedaling catch. Yankees go to Tampa Bay when this one is done, and boy, what a matchup. David Price against CC Sabathia tomorrow. Rangers have the day off tomorrow. They can sit around and watch that one on TV.
Yeah, it's a huge series for the Yankees. That's why Mosley's big game for him if he can give the bullpen a rest today. So far, he's doing a pretty nice job.
Bourbon swings and fouls one. That Tuesday game against the Tigers, Derek Holland against Jeremy Bonderman. 7:05 first pitch, and then Wednesday, Colby Lewis against Rick Porcello.
Not 2 good pitchers, but they're not Max Scherzer, who's pitched well against the Rangers in as few times he's faced him, or Justin Verlander.
And yeah, the Rangers in a similar vein catching a break in this series against the Yankees. Pettit won't be pitching for another few days. Hughes was skipped in the rotation, and they missed Sabathia. You got a 3-game series against the Yankees and face none of the big 3. You're living large.
Good fortune. And you know, earlier in the season, there's been some series where you had a 2-game series or a 3-game series, and you caught every one of the pitchers.
There's another one from Bourbon, just like the last at bat.
I want to know the last time a hitter popped up to the pitcher 2 times in a row in a game.
Bourbon could be doing all of his hitting in a chimney so far
hard
today.
To believe.
No score at the end of 5 more. Cliff Lee when we come back.
Yankees and the Rangers. Last night's hero, so to speak, was Jeff Francoeur, taking one for the team, so to speak. He joked around, said his arm was still a little sore this morning, but he is very happy to be here.
When you come into a situation like this, your adrenaline's going a little more than others. I said last night for me, it's the first time in a while that I've had that kind of rush at the plate. When we've been out of it a little bit for a while in New York, and it's been tough. And so, you don't kind of get that rush that you did last night. And, with the fans the way they are and everybody thinking about the playoffs, it's a fun time to be here.
And Francoeur, along with a lot of the Rangers, mixing a little football with baseball, a lot of fantasy football talk going on in the clubhouse. Francoeur, a member of 2 leagues. He actually flew his best friend to Chicago to participate in the Mets fantasy football draft because he was here in Texas. That's dedication.
That is absolute dedication.
And Tom,
yes,
I'll have you know, in my other fantasy league, I too started Matt Schaub.
Oh,
it's okay.
Man, hang in there.
Thanks.
Throw your hands up in the air some other time, ma'am. There'll be something to celebrate with your quarterback some other time.
You'll never see my starting lineup again.
Kearns with a grounder.
I'm not so for forgiving.
Houston did win that game, Tom. It doesn't matter, though, right?
I didn't have a whole lot invested in the outcome of the game.
You don't care that the rookie running back went for 200 yards?
Actually, he's on one of my teams, too. So.
Right. As long as you get something out of that deal. Cliff Lee. This is starting to get to where you really pay attention, because he's only needed 65 pitches. He's got 1 out in the 6th inning. And he's retired 15 Yankees in a row.
And the only guy to get on base was Jeter in the 1st inning, and he didn't stay there very long, about 2 pitches before Granderson hit into a double play.
11 ground ball outs for Cliff. And again, when it's grounders and strikeouts and he's working as quickly and as crisply as he has been all day, that's when you get the sense that that's the guy. That's the guy the Rangers traded to get.
Every out has been on the ground except 4 strikeouts and Golson lined out to 3rd. Other than that, every ball has been weakly hit on the ground.
Nunez busted in on 0-2. Scoring outside. Nunez, who hit around 290 at AAA this year, will be followed by Greg Golson next. The first base hit for the Yankees is from Eduardo Nunez. It comes with 1 out in the 6th inning. When he had him at 1.0-2.
And Nunez is getting the start to give Alex Rodriguez a day off. Nice solid line drive to center field.
Yep, clean hit. First by the Yankees all day, and now Golson. One-time Phillies first-round pick is Greg Golson. One at bat with the Rangers. He took a called 3rd strike pinch hitting for Marlon Byrd last year. So if you don't remember Golson's time as a Ranger, you're forgiven. Rangers will have the top of the order up in the bottom of this 6th inning. Well, the Yankees have to be thrilled with what they've gotten out of Dustin Mosley. Making a spot start, working on a shutout. The A's and the Red Sox are underway, by the way. They're scoreless in the 2nd inning out there in Oakland. It's Dallas Braden pitching today. Braden at home on a Sunday afternoon. That's gone well in the past against these New York Yankees. And obviously also against Tampa Bay. Biggest thing that happened for Braden against the Yankees earlier this year was the Alex Rodriguez crossing the mound thing. They got a lot of play. Alex running from the first base bag to the third base bag. It's actually third base to first base, I guess it was, and crossing right over that mound, and Dallas Braden took exception.
Yeah, it's probably not something that most players would do, but it's not like the most enormous breach of baseball etiquette ever performed on a field before.
Braden's point was, hey, that's my office out there, and, you know, you're not supposed to just dirty up my office, tramp right through there. At least say, excuse me.
Put a do not disturb sign up there then next time.
Bouncing ball, Kinsler makes that play, rights himself, and gets it on to Moreland.
There's the range that you miss when Ian's not in the lineup. This is bad, obviously, as base running, but the range that he provides at second base is also exceptional. So many balls that he takes away that other second basemen might allow to fall in there. His athletic ability that he has, plays with a flare out there. Just kind of flips that ball on the dead run because he knows he can do it accurately. Other players might stop, turn around, step toward first.
Runner at second, 2 out for Jeter. The one guy in this lineup, really, that's hit Cliff Lee better than anybody else. Batting average has been down this year. The power number's down a bit, but Jeter's still solid at the age of 36.
Well, the Yankees are scoreboard watching. Tampa Bay took a 1-run lead into the 9th.
There's Jeter, opposite field, base hit. The Yankees are on the board first as Jeter does it to Lee again. Two-strike single by Nunez to set that up. Golson gets him over on the ground ball, and then this, just kind of going with the pitch, slapping it in right. And you heard from the Yankee fans for the first time today. Only 3 Yankee base runners. Jeter's been on twice. And Tom, I'm sorry, you were saying about the Tampa Bay game.
I was just going to say, yeah, they had a 1-run lead. Soriano coughed it up in the 9th. Toronto scored 2 and beat them 5-4. Big loss for Tampa Bay. It was only a half a game behind the Yankees.
In for a strike to Granderson. Tried the fastball. Close, but didn't get it.
The umpire flinched like he was going to call it a strike, but changed his mind.
Lee settles on the sign that he wants. Misses away. He's only walked 2 lefties all season. Right now at 3-1 on Granderson. Again, the Rangers will have Andrews and Young and Murphy coming up bottom 6. And trying to stay within 1-0 right here. Check swing, and there is the second walk of the game allowed by Cliff Lee. It is the first time since May that in a home game he has allowed 2 walks.
It's unusual to see him walk. Granderson, 247 hitting left-hand hitter, with Teixeira coming up next.
Mike Maddox to talk to Lee for the first time. Now, when Cliff faced the Yankees a month ago, it was the 7th inning, where after a really solid effort, things just started to unspool on him. Hopefully that's not the case here in the 6th today. Just got to get the one more out. This becomes a really big at bat. You got 2 on, 2 out, and Mark Teixeira. Lee has handled Tex so far. Strikeout and a ground out. Gonna handle him here. 1 pitch to get him. The Yankees take the lead on a Jeter double. We'll see if the Rangers can rally for Cliff when we come back. Worth $900 and dinner for 2 at Sonic. Good luck to Eloise Canolas of Arlington. If a Ranger hits a grand slam this inning, we're giving away $25,000. And the Rangers do have the top of the order up. Trying to come back from down 1-0. We mentioned earlier, Tom Elvis Andrews has told people that when he was a kid, Derek Jeter was the guy that he always looked to first as a baseball hero. Makes Jeter feel old to know that, but the professionalism, the poise, the clutch hitting, the attention to detail, you do see a lot of that already in a 22-year-old Elvis Andrews. 2-1 the count to him. A leadoff base runner would be pretty nice.
Well, Mosley's had some 3-1 counts, but he hasn't walked anybody yet.
Showing bunt and taking ball 4. He's on. Rangers leading stolen base man, too, is Elvis. With Young coming up, we say hello to Jim Knotts.
All right, thanks, Josh. Look who's in the front row. It's Nancy Lieberman. Why not? She threw out the first pitch. That had to be pretty cool, but you got a book coming out, right?
I do. Playbook for Success comes out in October, and I'm excited about it. It's a business book, but uses principles of sports and leadership.
Excellent. And also, you're going to be coaching legends?
Texas Legends. We're excited about our season, the history, and just the support that the Mavericks have given us on this. And kudos to Donnie Nelson for hiring a woman. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can believe that.
Stunning.
Yes, it's great. It's great. And we're going to leave you alone. We're going to let you root on the Rangers here. We got to get a win, right?
Absolutely.
There we go. All right, Josh.
All right, thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Jim. A 1-0 count here to Michael Young. Michael just 1 hit in 13 at-bats on this homestand. The Rangers trying to break through right here. It's a heck of a fill-in performance so far by Mosley. There goes Elvis. Good jump. No throw by Posada. Stolen base number 30 for Elvis. Well, the Rangers do love to run.
We got the third baseman way back right here. Yeah, Michael doesn't drag bunt very often, but if he ever did, now would be a great time to do it. Move the runner to third and get yourself a base hit, too.
Going to right field with it. That might get him over. Elvis will tag. And he is going to go to third base with only 1 out.
Yeah, good job by Michael. Michael trying to hit the ball to right field. He got it deep enough, move the runner to third. He had a chance to get that run in. Second time the Rangers have had a man on third base and 1 out.
Now the man with the 10-game hitting streak, David Murphy. And you don't even need a hit right here. Fly ball of any depth, be fine.
And last time up, David hit a fairly long fly ball to right field. Just got underneath it. Had a good swing at it. Anything like that will work right here. Yankees going to play the infield in.
With the infield in. And Elvis with the back-to-back 30 stolen base seasons now. First Ranger since Tom Goodwin to pull that off about a dozen years ago. Outside corner, 1-1. Towards first, coming home. Elvis Andrus is safe. He beats the throw.
That's just good base running right there. Ball took a high chop. David swung at a pitch that really wasn't a good pitch to drive to get that run in. Kind of played into Mosley's hand, but he chopped it high enough that with Elvis, with his speed and his excellent instincts and a good jump, slid in just ahead of the throw.
Antlers awarded here for speed. Hydroplaning in. And this game's tied. Vladimir Guerrero bats, still just 1 out. Fielder's choice and an RBI for Murphy. Guerrero tattoos it. Left field. It is caught at the wall.
Had a good swing at it, just hit it a little bit off the end of the bat. Ball never really jumped. Had the good trajectory, had the good swing. He just didn't hit it on the good part of the bat.
Vladdy bidding to go 3 for 3. And you thought maybe it would at least get up against the wall. But it never quite got there. You're right.
Didn't miss by much.
We'll see if Cruz has some of that +1. And this is the Sonic Slam inning. Nelson Cruz on Friday night, your Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. That was your winning shot past midnight. Third walk-off homer of the year for Nelson. He says he had 4 of them in the minors one year, AAA in 2005, including one in the playoffs that year. Ooh, that ball getting Posada. Both teams looking to save tuckered out bullpens. Cliff Lee and Dustin Mosley being asked to pitch deep into this one. Both have very reasonable pitch counts in the 6th. Posada setting up shop near the outside corner. That's where the ball ends up. It's too far away. These Yankees have lost 5 of 6. And again, they have to go to Tampa Bay when this one is over. The Rays lost to Toronto 5-4 today. Toronto's become pretty adept at being a spoiler these last few years.
Same thing, hit off the end of the bat a little bit.
And it's grabbed by Granderson to end the inning. But the Rangers, thanks to some speed from Elvis Andrus, tying this game 1-1. roam the airwaves, rule the air. Elvis Andrus with a mad dash home from third after stealing second, and the Rangers now tied with the Yankees into the 7th inning. With Tampa Bay losing today, so the Yankees have a 1-game lead right now in the AL East. The Rangers are up 7.5 on Oakland in the West. Off the end of the bat from Marcus Thames. Kinsler drifting out, makes the catch. And how about that return of Cliff Lee today? 83 pitches with 1 out in the 7th inning. Now keep in mind, this is where it all got icy for him a month ago. Coasting along against the Yankees through 6th and the 3rd, and then he just ran out of gas. Maybe knowing that, Ron Washington's got the bullpen ready. He's got the 2 Darrens warming up, Oliver and O'Day. Do you like game shows, Tom? Tag, you like game shows?
Game shows. I used to love them. I don't watch them that much anymore. Why?
Well, if Darren Oliver gets in, he's going to win himself $3 million because he'll have reached game number 59 as a Ranger this year. That will trigger his option for next year.
Very nice.
He won't even have to really, spin a wheel or anything like that. He's going to win $3.2 million. Well, he'll have earned it. The 1-2 to Robinson Cano is fouled back. Cano leading all Major League second basemen in batting average, runs batted in, slugging percentage, on base percentage. Having some kind of season. Got a career high in home runs and in walks, too. Much more patient approach than in years past. There's some of it right there. In terms of a walks to strikeouts ratio today, Tag, this is a little bit unusual for Lee. It's only 2-1. He's got 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Ground ball, second base. Been getting so much of that.
That's the 3rd time Cano has hit a weak ground ball to the right side. Twice to Ian and once to first base.
Haven't seen the Yankee bullpen going yet. Mosley will be facing Kinsler in the bottom of the 7th. With the bases clear, here is Posada. Almost a relief that Posada is playing today, because the Rangers just could not, no matter what they did, they could not get out Francisco Cervelli. His first 8 plate appearances in this series, Tom, he reached base.
Well, he walked about 6 or 7 of them, which is kind of hard to believe, but he did it.
Yep, 2 hits, 6 walks, and then a sac bunt. So 9 productive trips to the plate for Cervelli out of 9.
Lee at 92 pitches as he pitches his way out of the 7th inning right here.
I'm not sure what's so funny, but he's enjoying himself right now, which is really good to see. Posada not enjoying it quite as much. Seventh inning stretch here in Arlington, and we'll keep it right here. The singing of God Bless America for you on this Sunday afternoon.
As we pause to honor the men and women for armed services both at home and around the world. Today we invite you to join in singing God Bless America with Jessica Bradbury.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with love. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
About to begin with Ian Kinsler at the plate, third baseman playing in. Kinsler pitched in. Is ahead 1-0. Only 5 hits in this game through the 7th inning stretch. Rangers have 3. The Yankees have 2. What a lift the Yankees have gotten from Dustin Mosley. Came in with an ERA of 4.8. He's given up just the 1 run so far on a ground ball. And for the Rangers, Cliff Lee, who had given up 23 runs in his last 23 innings. Now today, Mr. Grieve, it is 1 run in 7 innings.
Well, it's amazing how much better you play and pitch when you're healthy. It's a tough game anyway, but it's a lot tougher when you're hurt.
On 2-2 to Kinsler. He will hang around. Mentioned the Rays lost an Adam Lind home run was the difference. Boston and Oakland still scoreless in the third. Good take right there, 3-2.
Well, it was a leadoff walk last inning that started a modest rally. Got a run in anyway without a hit. Elvis manufactured that one on his own with his base running ability. Walked, stolen base, went to third on Michael's fly ball and scored on a ground ball that most people wouldn't have even come close to scoring on.
Kinsler checks his swing, and that go-ahead man is on. Another guy with speed. Chevy at the ballpark would like to recognize Stonebriar Chevrolet for their support of the Prosper Youth Sports Association. For more info on Chevy's commitment to Youth League Baseball, go to ChevyTexasBaseball.com. Moreland lined out last time up. He's got 8 runs batted in his last 9 games. Try to bring around Kinsler. On appeal, he did swing. So says Ted Barrett. Let's see. The native Texan, Dustin Mosley, faring much better in this one than in his last start, where he got knocked out in the 5th inning.
He's had good movement on his changeup and his sinker. A lot of sinking action to it. It's kept the ball down for the most part.
Well, the Rangers had a big stolen base last inning from Andrews. Kinsler a candidate to run now that he's healthy again. Action for the first time in the Yankee bullpen now. Moreland hits it in the air to right. Goes to the track.
Well, that's the third ball in 2 innings that the Rangers have had good swings at, but not hit on the good part of the bat. Good base running right there by Ian, too.
Yeah, it's key to get to second base. It's like the longest sack bunt ever.
Just missed it. Vladdy had one like that. Nelly had one kind of like that. And that's what the movement on the pitch does, the change of speeds, and you can see where it hit the bat, right on the end of the bat. Good swing, just didn't quite get all of it.
Matt Trainer now will try to give the Rangers the lead. Socks it to right field. That ball takes off and caught on the run by Golson. Another tag up. Kinsler goes to third.
The Rangers have hit some balls fairly solidly to the outfield, just really haven't quite connected on one. Bourbon is working on a streak that you'll have to think a long time before you can say you've ever seen it before.
A streak of popping up directly to the pitcher.
2 little chip shots back to the pitcher on low sinkers. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
You don't think
playing in right here, so he can't. So he can't bunt third and first.
Just going to say, Bourbon, the way he's been bunting, that would be awesome if he could drop one down for a base hit right here.
Well, he could still bunt to the right side, although you've got Cano, who's a terrific athlete and good second baseman, and Teixeira, a Gold Glover. That's not an easy place to beat out a bunt to. And the third baseman Nunez is playing way in at third base, so it's going to be tough to beat out a bunt right here.
Mentioned earlier, Bourbon's got the most runs batted in of any Ranger in September. Looking to squeeze out one more here. Give the team the lead heading to the 8th. There's the bunt. Teixeira. Not in time. Rangers 2 and the Yankees 1.
It's tough to beat out a bunt to that side of the infield unless you lay down a perfect bunt and unless you can fly. And Bourbon did it. The only way you can pull that play off is to have his speed and make that kind of a bunt. And he pulled it off.
Antlers all the way around. Claw and antlers here. The bunt hit to a Gold Glove first baseman.
Once you make him field it to where he can't beat the runner, then it's just a matter of beating the pitcher. And Bourbon can do that. Tex is going to field the ball, but he can't get to first himself. He throws it to the pitcher, but Bourbon beats the pitcher. What a good camera shot right there.
And that head first slide, which so many times you hate to see, that time just might have gotten it done. It was bang, bang over there before the foot came down, the hand got in.
And the foot has really become a good part of his offense right now. Bourbon probably has improved in that facet of his game from the time the season began to now in dramatic ways. Much better bunter now than he's ever been. And that's what hard work will do for you.
Antlers plus claw equals 2-1 lead for the Rangers. We'll see if Bourbon is on the move now, too.
They thought he would be.
Yep.
I don't blame them.
Isn't that something, Tom? The Rangers, known for years for just bashing the heck out of the ball. The only way they could kind of hang in there with the Yankees would be to outslug them. Well, they got a 2-hitter going from their starter today. And they've got 2 ground balls in the infield to score their 2 runs.
Well, they've only had 2 walks in the game by Mosley. 1 to lead off the 6th, 1 to lead off the 7th, and they both scored.
There goes Bourbon in there safely at second. I don't think I've seen a player salvage his reputation any quicker than Julio Bourbon has this last month. Now, he was making things happen every game.
Well, the Rangers have had 2 runs in the last 2 innings, and the only hit was a bunt single. And there's been no errors. Just walks, stolen bases, and moving the runners around by hitting the ball to the right side.
Well, again, when the Rangers went into the postseason, 96, 98, and 99, yeah, they got the 6 home runs from Juan Gonzalez over those 3 years. But that was pretty much it. They could not do anything little ball wise against the Yankees. That made a big difference. Take you back to the first run today, your Coors Light freeze cam. Just a little ground ball. Again, it's Teixeira having to make a play. The speed of Elvis Andrus.
And Posada was not able to block the plate on that. You can see he gives Elvis a little pat to home plate. Allowed him to get his foot in there.
Base hit for Elvis. Here comes Bourbon. He will score. Andrus to second. You bet.
That's a pretty exciting inning right there. In eyeball his way on to first with a walk, and then the two youngsters hitting ninth and first show what they can do to help break a game open without hitting a home run. A bunt single and an RBI, a stolen base, a second stolen base, and a base hit, big base hit with 2 outs. Elvis had a stolen base in the 6th inning that led to a run. Julio a stolen base in the 7th inning that leads to a run.
Again, this is not your Lee Stevens, Todd Zeal era Texas Rangers ball club heading to the postseason. It's Bourbon and Andrews, and a lot of different ways to win ball games now. Nothing against what those teams were all about, but they didn't have this. They didn't have the the claws and the antlers. The pitching change upon us. We'll tell you about the new guy on the mound when we come back. Now stands to be one of the heroes today. He and Elvis Andrews. Jonathan Albaladejo is on for the Yankees now, replacing Dustin Mosley. And ball 1 to Michael Young. The Rangers leading 3-1 in the 7th. And a little run support, finally. Maybe just enough for Cliff Lee. Never seemed to get him numbers like 8 or 9, but 3 is certainly better than 1. Bullet on the corner, 1-1 to Michael. Two big 2-out hits from 2 young, speedy Rangers, Bourbon and Andrews. Bourbon's was a bunt. Alert base running by Elvis on that throw in. He goes to second, and a chance to pick up another run right here. Way outside. Yankees had a 1-0 lead. Joe Girardi's team with only 2 hits all day. They were both in that 6th inning. Remember, they do have A-Rod off the bench as we get later in the game. A's and Red Sox are still scoreless in the 3rd. The Rangers, if all goes well, could take an 8.5 game lead on the A's. They'll play a day game tomorrow with the A's in Kansas City. That was originally supposed to be a night game, but because of Monday Night Football in Kansas City tomorrow, they moved that game back to a 1 o'clock, or I guess 2 o'clock start tomorrow. Runner going second to third, and Michael Young pegs it to right, 4-1.
That's a pretty good two-out hitting right there. Started with a bunt. Elvis with a line drive to right center. Michael with a line drive to right center. Not trying to pull the ball. Getting the job done with 2 outs.
Boy, and it's not just antlers and claws today. Potentially it's brooms, too, as the Rangers try to sweep the Yankees. With Elvis on the move, Michael Young delivers. All the runs are charged to Mosley. Elvis has scored 2 runs in 2 innings. Murphy reaches down, pokes it into center. 4 straight 2-out singles by the Rangers, and it brings up Big Bad Vlad. Day's getting longer and longer for Yankee fans, isn't it?
That's a pretty tough pitch to hit right there. That's a slider, barely making the low outside corner, and David reaches for it, serves it out to center field for a hit.
Oh, Vladdy crossed up right there, way out in front. Trying to pass Alex Rodriguez from runs batted in this year. Nelson Cruz would be next. Trying to make it 5 straight wins after 5 straight losses. What a turnaround. What a comeback effort from Cliff Lee today. First game for him in 12 days. Yanked foul. Well, you get interesting swings when you talk about a guy like Ichiro in Seattle, and certainly Vlad Guerrero. One-two coming. We'll do it again. Again, it's a swing that you just don't see from a lot of other players. I wonder, how does he not throw out his back? Albaladejo delivers. And a chopper squibbed up near first to Shera to the bag, but the Rangers scored 3 times. Bourbon, the catalyst. It's 4-1. standby 5-hour energy. The 8th inning now underway, and there's Cliff Lee still on the mound. Mid-90s for a pitch count, mid-90s for the temperatures today. Rangers leading 4-1. Attempting to sweep the Yankees for the first time in Arlington since 1996, and doing it in front of another big crowd today.
The last pitch was right where he wanted to throw it at 92 miles an hour. 95 pitches for him in the game.
In the air, right center field from Kearns. 5 outs away from sweeping the New York Yankees. Paid crowd today, Tom, of 42,007. Makes it a 3-game total of more than 137,000. It's the second largest 3-game series attendance ever in Arlington, Texas.
Well, Rangers have a lot of loyal fans, and they came to this 3-game series with high expectations, hoping to see some great baseball. And boy, they haven't been disappointed. The first 2 games are classics, and this is an entirely different kind of game, but in its own way, just as good a ball game.
No Nelson Cruz long ball. Nobody's been hit by a pitch with the bases loaded yet. This one's been about little ball. Something the Rangers never used to be able to do.
The Rangers lead the league in infield singles. Bourbon is getting so much better and better at bunting. And without Hamilton, Bourbon's getting his chance to play, just like David Murphy is getting his chance to play, and both of them are coming through.
Mr. Ground Ball Out is at it again. Cliff Lee, let's not let this one escape our attention, is working on a 2-hitter. Both hits in the 6th inning. Nothing but 1, 2, 3 innings otherwise, just that little speed bump in the 6th. Now, if he gets through Greg Golson, he will get through exactly where the Rangers wanted to get him. 8 innings. And he's got Golson. Pitch number 100 ties him up.
That inning took what? 5 pitches? 6?
the first one of this inning, the bottom of the 8th. In the center for the first out. 972 Rangers will be that number to call. TexasRangers.com, where to go online for the potential playoff tickets. We go to Jim Knox.
All right, Josh, time for the Fox Southwest fan of the aim. It has to be Ben from Richardson. Been swinging this broom all game long. Got the 10-gallon hat. Now he has another hat. The Fox Southwest Ranger hat. You got anything to say, Ben?
Rangers are going to sweep the Yankees!
There we go. Way to go, Ben. Good job. Keep up that spirit. We like that. Shots.
It's looking like Ben is right now. The Rangers will have to hold the Yankees down in the 9th. And that'll be the top of the order. That'll be Jeter. That'll be Granderson. That'll be Teixeira. Then Thames, then Cano, and A-Rod available at some point if you need him. With the bullpen completely exhausted. What a day for Cliff Lee to find himself. Go 8 innings, throw 100 pitches. A 2-hitter against the New York Yankees. And more than anything else, Tag, I guess, when you do look ahead, and it's tough not to look ahead now, the Rangers could be, obviously, in the postseason. Their opponent at some point could be the New York Yankees. Cliff Lee could get a couple of starts against them in a short series, and the most recent thing he'll have done against them is pitch 8 innings of 2-hit baseball.
It really boils down to whenever you face a team, how are you throwing on that given day? Just like the last time he faced the Yankees here, he gave up some runs in the 7th inning. Not much of a carryover effect today, though, when he's healthy and feeling great.
Nice. Kinsler taken inside. Rangers do have Feliz warming in the bullpen right now. You check your forward leaderboard. The saves leaders. Feliz 3rd in the AL. Went to the All-Star game, of course.
I think the nice thing about helping the bullpen out is you've had all the pitchers pitch the last 2 days. 5 of them pitched both days. And a lot of those 5 pitched multiple times in Toronto. The bullpen was used extensively the last 2 days to win those games in Toronto. A couple of starts where the starters didn't go very far early in that series. And so for Cliff to come out, pitch deep into this ball game is big for the bullpen. You've got an off day tomorrow.
Kinsler goes. Posada wings it down. No chance. The Rangers now 3 straight innings, Tom, have had a leadoff walk and a stolen base in the inning. Or actually not a leadoff walk this time, but a walk early in the inning.
Right, you get the right guys on and take advantage of the opportunities. Kinsler's walked 2 innings in a row. And Chris Davis gets an at-bat right here.
Davis was in last inning defensively. Probably should have mentioned that, but Cliff Lee didn't really give us time. Davis swings 2-0 and lofts it in the left. Kern stays with it. Well, the A's lead the Red Sox 1-0 in the 4th. They're not going away real easy, but again, they're just running out of time. Matt Trainer will bat with the A-Team theme music playing. As tough as it's been to keep the Yankees down in this series. Only 2 hits for New York today. Lee and Trainer seem to be in a real nice groove. You didn't see a lot of shaking off or indecision out there. Remember, Cliff winless in his last 5 coming in today. 0-2. This crowd of 42,007. Kind of sitting back a little bit right now. Probably exhausted from all that cheering in the bottom of the 7th. Got the well-timed off day tomorrow. Basically 2 nights in a row for the Rangers just to kick back and relax. Tonight and tomorrow. Then 2 games against the Tigers, and it's out on the road again. Last road trip of the regular season. Taken, that's strike 3. Rangers strand Kinsler, but here we go to the 9th. A chance to sweep New York. Feliz is ready. The Cliff Lee doesn't want out quite yet. F-150. Check out the 2010 F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. There he is. Cliff Lee is out there on the mound to start the 9th inning. 101st pitch of the afternoon is a strike.
Well, it's 91 miles an hour, just like the first pitch was. And if Lee can go 9, then going into the Tiger series, Feliz, Oliver, O'Day will all have had 3 days rest after the workload they had last week. That's big.
Cliff Lee, who again had an ERA of 9 over the last few weeks, was pushed back, rested the back, said, hey, I'm fine, I'm good. And he's absolutely proved it today. Strike to Jeter. And again, the Rangers and the Yankees may indeed be on some sort of collision course to meet again next month.
Right now, the way it stands, if the Yankees end up in first place, they would play the Rangers. But if the Yankees don't beat out the Jays, the Rays, you can call me Jay, but you doesn't have to call me a Ray. If they can beat out the Rays, then that'll be the case. If they don't, then the wild card team will have to go to Minnesota to open up that 5-game series and lose the home field advantage. So winning the East is a big deal. Like Joe Girardi hasn't pulled out any stops in this 3-game series.
Well, both these teams are working on it. Their managers are taking this like it's unbelievably serious. We saw 19 pitchers in one game on Friday night. The 2-2 to Jeter. Make it 3-2, and already a 2-walk game for Cliff. Only his second of those in his last 30 starts. Jeter's one of the guys he has walked today. Fly ball. Chased in foul ground. It is almost caught by Kinsler. Instead, it's caught by a fan. I'm not sure if Kinsler got there in time or not, or if that fan interfered. I frankly didn't see it.
I think Kinsler could have reached in and caught it. And it's only he caught it in the first row without leaning back.
Well, and if that's the case, that guy went from thinking I'm the best dad ever. I don't know. I don't know if Kinsler really would have.
That's borderline.
3-2 pitch.
You can't blame the dad. The dad brought his glove. He's got his 2 kids there. The ball comes to him. He reaches up and catches him. It's impossible to blame him for doing that. And it's borderline whether he could have caught it.
Yeah, Kinsler did. I think usually the telltale is if the player looks back at the fan, and Kinsler didn't really do that.
I just put myself in the position of that dad. If I brought my glove to the game, I think I would have reached up and tried to catch that ball too.
Oh, there is walk number 3 for Mr. Lee, and he is not happy that he didn't get that call from Marquez.
Well, he made the pitch he was trying to make and didn't get the call.
Remember Marquez one Sunday ago. He was the guy the Rangers so disagreed with in Minnesota. Look at Cliff Lee. Bouncing that ball on the rubber. Can't believe that wasn't strike 3. And that's going to be it for him today. Ron Washington will take him out. Listen to this ovation he'll get. Once again, the bullpen will have to get it done from here. Lee is furious that that wasn't a 3rd strike.
Well, watch the glove. This is a telltale sign. That's borderline. Could have gone either way.
Boy, Jeter with an 8-pitch at bat for a walk and a 9-pitch at bat for a walk. Feliz is on, and we'll tell you about him when we come back. It is 4-1 Rangers in the top of the 9th. Granderson, the batter. A 4-1 lead for the Rangers. 109 pitches for Cliff Lee, as it turns out. Those last 9 to lead off this 9th inning. A foul ball that was almost caught by Kinsler, instead caught by a fan. And then a pitch later, a close pitch taken for ball 4 by Jeter.
That was a close pitch. Could have gone either way. Looked like it was slightly off the plate. If you're the pitcher, you definitely want that pitch. If you're the hitter, of course, you'd be a little upset if it was called a strike.
Believes right out there, 0-2. Teixeira on deck. You don't want to give these Yankee big guns a chance to tie it with one swing. If Granderson reaches, Teixeira would be the tying man. Blew him away.
That's a pretty well located pitch right at the top of the strike zone, right on the outside corner, and it's moving away from him. Had that tailing action on that mid-90s fastball. That's one ingredient to it that makes it even tougher to hit.
Now a double play can end the game. Get Cliff Lee his 11th win. The first 3-walk game of the whole year for Cliff Lee. But he only allowed 2 hits. And you know, other than Derek Jeter, Tom, only 2 other Yankees even reached base once. Granderson with a walk, Nunez with a base hit up the middle. Inside corner.
Well, one thing Neffy has been doing the last 4 or 5 times out is he's, in addition to his fastball, which has been terrific, he's also throwing that breaking ball for a strike too. Very seldom does the hitter swing at it because he's so geared up to hit the fastball.
High fly ball from Teixeira. Michael Young is tracking it. Elvis is there too. Michael can't find it. And Murphy never got there. A couple of foul balls that covered, and the Rangers just couldn't catch in this inning. And Murphy pulled up on it thinking Michael Young was going to take care of it. Another foul. Michael Young over, out of room. I like the broom with the antlers, by the way. That's a pretty nice invention if you want to quickly sweep the New York Yankees. And again, the Rangers have not swept the Yankees here in Arlington in 14 years. Taken down he goes.
That's the second curveball that he threw in that at bat, both of them for strikes. And as is usually the case, if he could throw it for a strike, the hitter will take it for a strike.
Lance Berkman's going to pinch hit. Get a switch hitter up there in place of Thames. Great shot of a great pitch. Teixeira knew it. Well, the Ranger fans have outshouted the Yankee fans pretty much all weekend.
They've got a little bit more to shout about.
Well, and if the Yankees weren't all thinking that the Rangers were out of gas, that they were just kind of a passing fancy, forget about it. starting to talk magic numbers, starting to talk about playoff tickets going on sale, all kinds of nice stuff. Runner goes, Berkman takes, and that is strike one. What a weekend of baseball here in Arlington. Next chance to see the Rangers, don't forget, Tuesday night, 7:05. Tigers coming in for 2. And the Rangers will hit the road. And if they're not careful, they might come back from that long road trip as AL West champions. Taken for strike 2. At 99.
He reached back for a little extra, and Berkman had a great swing at it.
Looking for the outside corner, and no. Wouldn't it be something if this game ended on a call by Alfonso Marquez again on a Sunday afternoon?
That ball's outside. Not a strike. Good idea. Just didn't quite bring it back close enough to the outside corner.
Believes trying to get save number 36. That would bring him to within one of the all-time record for saves in one season by a rookie. Check of the runner and the 2-2. Ball game! A sweep of the New York Yankees! Triumphant return for Cliff Lee. And the Yankees pack their bags and get ready to face David Price in Tampa tomorrow. These Rangers are not going away, America. A 4-1 final. They 2-hit the New York Yankees today. And indeed, Alfonso Marquez, for a second straight Sunday, will be the one to decide when the game is over. Don't hurt your back, Cliff. For now, the Rangers' lead is 8 in the AL West. Oakland still playing. Your Jack-in-the-Box standings right up to the moment. And what a finish. Rangers Live is coming up. Again, your happy final today in front of 42,000 plus, 4-1 Texas.